Hey, how's it going everybody? 6Speed here, and today we got a sick tutorial for you. We're going to be remaking one of the basses from Phase One and Yookie's new track, State of Emergency, and the bass is going to sound a little something like this. So it's a pretty sick dubstep bass, so make sure to watch to the end to figure out how to recreate the whole thing. As well, I'm going to have a bunch of information about the giveaway we're doing, because I finally hit that magic number of 50 subscribers, so stay tuned. Okay, so without further ado, we may as well go and jump over into Ableton and check it out to see how to make this really cool bass. So now that we're over in Ableton, I'm going to open up SERUM here, and we are going to go Menu and Initial Preset. So first things first, let's play with the LFO. So we're just going to drag this bad boy up, make it a little bit of an arc, extenuate this out to the end, and then make sure to click Envelope. That's it for LFO 1. For LFO 2, a little bit more complex, still pretty simple. Just put that one up there. Come down just before the first mark. Make sure you're below, kind of somewhere in grid 1-1 here, like so. The lower you get it, kind of the better, the deeper the sound, which is really nice. We're going to drag this one over to just past 6.5, sort of, approximately there, and bring it up, and then we're going to bring this one over to about 5. And you want to make sure that it's approximately level with the first note. Just also a little key tip pointer here, if you want to experiment with sound and play with it, just moving this line up or down kind of in that first grid can make a really big difference in the overall tonality of the sound, which is a good idea if you want to try to experiment with sound and make it a little bit more your own. But anyways, back to it. So it's like this, just kind of before the 5th mark there, and then we're going to arc it down like so. So this will be the shape of the FM table, and it just changes the sound and gives it a little bit more movement. This one also, we want to drag it up to about 2 bars and do envelope as well. We're going to skip LFO 3 and just move to LFO 4. Everything stays the same, but we're going to bring it to an 8th note, just like so, and that is it for the LFOs. Now from here, let's move on to oscillator A. So we're going to go to the digital and do Debussy, which is right there. Wavetable position at 1, bring the level down to 0. Octave, we are going to go to -1, sorry, not +1. We're going to bring the unison up to about 7. And we're going to bring the detune down to 0.11. And now we're going to throw an FM from B on here as well. We're going to bring that up to 30%. And then we are going to start placing the LFOs now. So for wavetable position, we're going to put LFO 1 on it for about 83%, somewhere in there. And then we're going to also put LFO 1 on level, leave it at 100%. And we're going to put LFO 2 on FM from B. This is important, we want to bring it down, and we're going to bring it to about -32. And that is it for oscillator A. Now let's move on to oscillator B. This one gets really complex, guys, so brace yourself. No, I'm just kidding, it's simple. Everything pretty much stays the same, except we just need to bring level down to 0, and we are going to put the octave to +1. And that's it, guys, for oscillator B. We're done there. So now on to the filter. We're just going to go into the miscellaneous. Make sure you hit reverb. You can leave it on A, but make sure to turn on key tracking. Cutoff, we're going to bring down to about 55 Hertz, which is simple. Sit that there, and then we are going to stick a big old LFO 2 on there for 44%. Somewhere in that ballpark. Don't need to be spot on, but as long as you're close, then you're good to go. And that's it for the filter. So the filter is good to go. Now let's move on to the sub oscillator. We're going to turn on sub, make sure to hit direct out, fine leaving it on the little sine wave, octave is fine, bring level down to 0, and we're going to throw LFO 1 on there for a big old whopping 23%, just to give it a little bit more low end and widen out the spectrum. There we go, there, approximately there. Don't need to get it spot on again, it's just when it's somewhere in that ballpark. Next we're going to move on to the noise, and this again is just purpose, kind of the same as a sub. We're just filling in those empty frequencies and making the sound a little bit wider. So we're going to go to attack miscellaneous, and then we're going to go to icon rim hit, or snare rim, sorry, icon snare rim. Phase we're going to drag up to 100%, pitch we're going to go to 62%, level we're going to bring down, and we're going to throw LFO 1 on there for 22% as well. Somewhere in that ballpark there, and then that's it for the noise oscillator tab. Now let's go down here to voicing. Make sure to turn on motto and legato as well. We're going to turn on the always porta and bring that up to 20 milliseconds, somewhere in there. Super simple. And that is it for the oscillator tab. So this is approximately what your sound should kind of be sounding like now. So it's not there yet, but we're getting super close. So let's bang over to the FX tab. So the FX on the sound are super simple. We just do compressor. Make sure to turn on multiband. We're going to turn the gain up a little bit here. See, that alone makes a huge difference in the overall tonality of the sound. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the compressor. And then we're going to turn on the EQ. We're going to do a high pass here, turn the gain down, bring the Q down, and bring the frequency out down a little bit. This one isn't as important. I just like to do it because it adds a little bit more movement to the overall sound. Bring the Q nice and wide, bring the frequency down, and I like to throw LFO, not 3, LFO 4 on, and just make it fluctuate a little bit, and it just kind of gives the sound a little bit more movement. Bam, bam. So that's pretty much it for the sound. Now I'm going to go to the matrix and show you guys a fun little trick. So for our source, we're going to go LFO 4. And then for the destination, we are going to do A and cross pit. Make sure you turn on these to the right. And then we are also going to go to aux source and make this the mod wheel. Now under here, we're going to go to macro 1 and make sure to put this up to about +9, and we're going to make the destination a warp, and make sure it goes to the right again, and then now turn the mod wheel up and you go to the effects tab. Now when you play the sound will be able to have a little bit of vibrato on it and change a little bit and sound a little bit diverse and change the sound simply. So let's go see what that sounds like when you play with the macro now. So bam, there you have it. This is the Phase One and Yookie state of emergency bass that I promised you guys today. Okay, so as promised, now for the fun part. What we're going to do is talk about the giveaway. What we are going to be doing in celebration of reaching 50 subscribers is giving away these Audio-Technica ATH M20Xs. They're some decent studio monitor headphones, and I want to give them away for free just to celebrate, again, like I said, reaching 50 subscribers. So thank you guys so much, and you know, that's why I want to give it away, is because I want to show my appreciation for the community and really start to get kind of some stuff rolling around my YouTube channel here. So basically, all the details will be outlined in the description. But basically how it's going to work is you go to my SoundCloud and download a little audio file I'll have uploaded there, and it'll walk you through the whole process and show you how to enter, and then I'll keep track of it as of October 1st, which will be the end of the contest, I guess not October 1st, that's when I'll be announcing the winner, but the actual end of the contest will be September 30th. So as of September 30th, you won't be able to enter anymore, and then August 1st I will be announcing the winner, contacting the winner, and getting their mailing address and shipping off the headphones and the prize to the winner. But with that said, unfortunately, due to shipping cost, I won't be able to do any international. This will be an in Canada only contest, but I promise that in the future, once I get a little bit more revenue saved up here, then we'll be able to start doing international. So if you want more details on that, make sure to go down in the description and read about it. As well, want to do a major shout out to HAPPII Creative Co. and the HAPPII Collective for hooking me up with this cozy ass, really warm sweater. They're a really cool new clothing company that's starting up, and you guys need to go check them out. So if you want more information on them and see all the amazing stuff that they got going on, I'll have a link to their website down in the description. Well, there you have it. That's the video for this week, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I want to know what you guys want to see from me in the future, whether it's different topics, audio engineering concepts, music theory, or even just specific sound design tutorials you'd like me to try and cover and recreate that you don't see on the internet, or even ones that you do see but you'd like me to see recreate. So yeah, again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Quickly just want to touch before we leave as well on why I've been so dead and inactive lately. It's mainly been because of the fact that I've been moving from my small little town, you know, like 700 kilometers away to a new city, but now we're all settled in and ready to go. So you guys don't have to worry. I'm going to be uploading more consistently now, at least one video a week. But like I said, this is pretty much it for today. So thanks for tuning in. 6 Speed out.
We're gonna attack the city.